Hey, Andrew, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Hey, how come you always have boys working for you, never men? I mean, it started with dumping, and it hasn't changed.
There is an extended childhood that goes on now, where you have guys like Al Dukes, now in his early 30s, still living like a boy, still having... liking boy foods, boy toys, still finding girls to be yucky.
Yeah,
overly dependent on his parents.
Right. At least when you got somebody like Rory, he's keeping at least the frat boy thing going uncomfortably long. But you got guys like Wonder Boy, doesn't have sex, doesn't party, not interested in anything other than cartoons. They'll sit around and talk about cartoons like it matters.
Why do you think that is, Ronnie? What changed in our culture, in our country, where now we have these babies well into their 20s and 30s?
And living like children.
Yeah, instead of, turning into men. Is it because they didn't get sent off to war?
It's the number one city in the world. They act like they're from Kansas.
You know what? Sure. That's true. They go in, they act like food's yucky. All we have, we're in Midtown Manhattan, the most beautiful women in the world. None of them are getting laid because they don't try. They're all a decent-looking guys. A guy like you could get laid, Wonder Boy.
Thank you.
But you don't want to.
If I was working at the station...
You said it feels squishy.
Ew! I'd have them on me like a shish kebab.
What is it about you that you don't want women?
No, it's not that I don't want women. I like to spend time with people and get to know them before I, just go whoring around. So it's not that I don't want...
Tonight I saw you take an hour to get to know a piece of California roll.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it because you got moles on your crank?
No, not on my crank as much as my back. And
do you have them on your crank, too?
No, I do not have moles on my crank.
I'm sure you do.
Crank moles.
But what do you think? What is this extended childhood? Would you blame it on cable? Video games? Is it ever since, Steven Spielberg movies are popular?
Yeah, well, there's nothing I've ever had to do.
Everyone sits around and the only thing they've ever read is comic books.
True?
That is true.
I'm literally surprised that you guys don't get a kickball game started in the hall some days.
That'd be fun.
People writing in TV, video games, VCR, computers. But is it everybody's parents... Now, when you have kids, you have to think, all right, I'll also be supporting them until their early 30s?
Yeah, my parents are thinking that right now.
Yeah, because people aren't getting married until that late anymore.
Maybe it's because they're not knocking chicks up, and when you knock a chick up, you have to support.
All of a sudden, you have instant responsibility.
Right. Maybe you kids should not use the condoms and start taking care of kids.
It's condoms that are ruining everything.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Mike.
I'll tell you, what I think it is, guys?
What is it?
Scooby-Doo. Everybody watched too much Scooby-Doo when they were younger, and all other bad cartoons.
Do you think that's it, though?
I think that's what made everybody flaky. That's why all these kids today are just so flaky. They don't know. They don't live on their own. They live with their parents. They're using, they're just living like 12-year-olds.
Does your mom do your laundry?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
is she cooking your meals?
Yeah, she'll cook for me, and I don't get home till around 1, and she'll make sure that she has something that's there waiting for me.
Oh, God.
Come on, man. You got to do your laundry. Even though you live at home, you still got to do you should do your own
I
laundry.
work really hard all week, and then when I get home on the weekend, if she's willing to do it, I don't see there's... Why I can't just relax.
It's probably something to be said for that, though. It's her fault as well for not treating you like a man. She still treats you like a child. But somewhere along the line, Wonder Boy, people like you, and I hate to say it, but you look at Billy, who's 40s.
Sure.
Al, who's 30s. And their mom's doing the same stuff.
Oh, yeah. Al, even though he doesn't live with his parents, he still has his mom do his laundry on Sundays. I know that.
And I know that she's helping with rent.
Sure. And Al, here's the weird thing. Al's hair left before Al left home. Al's hair left home first.
Oh, Al says that his mom makes him sandwiches.
For his lunch?
Yeah. Rory, come over and tell me that so I don't even have to look at him or I'll hit him.
Yeah. He would always say that his mom would stop by, unlock the door while he was sleeping, and put a sandwich in before she left for work.
My parents
Every day.
did not have a key to my place.
Why would they?
I don't know.
And what kind of sandwiches? Dry turkey sandwiches?
Yes.
On white bread?
Yep.
Here's And this is after she put him through, 7 years of school to get a stupid master's degree in nothing, communications.
He should have minored in sandwiches.
Hey, Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Tom.
8394, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Yo, I'm going to tell you, I think these guys all see... First of all, I've been on my own since I was 14. I don't have any tolerance for these guys that are like this. Living at home when you're 30 years old, having your mother make food for you, doing your laundry... These guys are secretly in love with their mother.
Is that it, Wonder Boy? You want to bang your mom?
No,
I really believe that.
You know what I would do if I was you? I'd bang her and get it over with.
You've got to be sick to want your mother to feed that.
I know. What you're doing?
Well, I don't show them to her, but if they're there, I'm sure she probably doesn't miss them.
God, why do you want your mom seeing your dried spunk stains and your bacon strips?
I don't think about it like that as much as...
Why do you even have those? Why don't you live a little healthier?
Wonder Boy, would you even know how to do laundry if you had to?
Not if I had to. If I had to, I would have no clue even what to do. I don't think. I know that there's a washing machine downstairs, and it starts there, and there's a dryer next to it, but that's about all I know.
You realize that you're 26.
Yeah, I do. Sadly.
All right. Here's Joe. Joe, you're on Round of Fez.
Hey, Joe.
What's up, boys? How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, I mean... my mother used to do the same thing for me, but when I was 17, 18, I just finally said, screw this, I'm picking up a girl, and I'll let her do it all.
At least you want to do that. Why don't you have a chick to take care of
an ugly fat chick?
I did, she left me.
Why don't you get yourself a nice ugly fat chick?
Well, I had a chick, and then I had her do all this stuff, and suddenly she got tired of it.
She wasn't ugly enough.
Get Billy in a wig.
She was probably too good looking for that.
All right, thanks a lot. Al's the same way. He acts like he has set up this fantastic woman for him, and he's made it so that she doesn't exist, so that he can stay with his mom.
Not even if he made her on a computer, like in Weird Science.
Here's Kevin. Kevin, you're on Round of Fez.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Listen, I went to Kane College just like Al Dukes. I'm finding myself wasting time in the communications department. I don't see how these guys don't get restless and decide to want to do something with their life.
You know what's really strange? Al got his apartment, same neighborhood as his folks.
Oh, see, I couldn't do that.
Why bother?
So that,
he's
never far away from everything. If he wants some cereal, he just drives over to his mom's house.
Yeah,
Then his dad will fill up the car for him.
I left home. I got a job. I got married to my girl who I met in school. Now I'm now working a good job and got my life together. I'm 26. Time for these guys to get their act together,
What age adulthood, Wonder Boy? What age?
I don't know. I thought when I was younger, I would have thought by now I would feel like an adult, but still so far, no, it isn't really like that yet. So I'm not sure what age I'm going to start feeling like an adult yet.
Wonder Boy, you need to grow up. Go to my website, menrule.com, boys.
All right, what is it, glenrule.com?
Menrule, menrule.com.
All right, make sure you write that down. All right, here we go, Fez. Somewhere along the line, you got to figure, all right, these young men, it's their fault. But somehow, is it their folks' fault and then also society that we even put up with this?
We have now put them in a situation where they don't have any reason to go out. They don't have to leave the home.
Or is it because jobs are so stupid and a good job is so scarce that half the jobs out there, it's in some kind of service-related industry. I'll give you an example. My dad worked in a factory.
Okay.
Most people in that time, of that same age, got either a factory job or something where they went to work, and with that job, they were able to earn a living, to buy a home, because there's no way Wonder Boy could probably get by on his stupid little living without his folks helping him.
Now with his dump salary.
No, that's basically the problem there.
But you had 2 jobs and you quit one because of time commitments, you said.
Right. I know my dad had 3 when I was a kid.
Yeah, admit I don't like to work hard either.
All right, that's a problem. Hey, Jim, you're on Round of Fez.
No motivation.
Yeah.
Hi, Jim.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
How could these guys ever get a girl to go out with them if they're living at home like this? Aren't they embarrassed?
What do? You take a girl home and try to sneak her up while your parents are sleeping?
No, mostly I would just ask if they had a place we could go to.
And when you start feeling like an adult when you start doing adult things, you little wimp.
Yeah, you got to start trying adult things. And today was the perfect thing. We all went out for a fine meal, and you sat there like a baby while we were going, eat it, and then you were pushing it around, and suddenly you made us feel like we were your mean parents.
He actually played with his food.
Yeah.
Looked like Leave It to Beaver and Brussels sprouts.
And then he said it was gunky.
I don't even know what that means.
It's not even a word. All right, this Billy keeps timing out to me on the IM about Al. Al goes out to dinner with his parents every Saturday night.
That's a Saturday night in Woodbridge.
And you wonder why these women aren't digging you.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's starting to become a little clearer why they're not.
And just so everyone knows, it's not Ronnie and I targeting Wonder Boy and Al. There's so many of these guys that work here like that.
All of them that work here.
Yeah. And Ronnie, one thing Ronnie tries to instill on the young guys is New York City, best restaurants in the world. Check a few out. These guys insist on having the drive-thrus every day for lunch.
Right, but they could be going to cool clubs. They could be going to bars. There's chicks everywhere you look. And, you know,
they're always going to the Wendy's.
They go to the Wendy's and they stop at the comic book place. And I believe they rub each other's taints and head home. Here is Miss Jen. Jen, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Jen.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I think it's just guys, because I'm a 21-year-old girl, and I work a full-time job, go to school part-time, and have a 2-year-old son.
Yeah.
And my son's father, he still isn't grown up. He still doesn't know what's going on with life, you know?
Is he living with you?
No, I had to throw him out because he wouldn't get a job because he wanted me to take care of him like his mama.
So you have to raise the kid all by himself because you married a big baby.
Well, we didn't get married, and he takes his son. He just doesn't want to work. That's, his parents.
Yeah, because, and you know what? Your son's going to love him because they're going to be the same age.
Well, you have 2 of them to raise.
Both of them will be in front of the supermarket on one of those little horses that go up and down.
Right.
Hopefully I can spank my son and he'll get a job.
All right, honey.
Thank you.
Are you going to have kids someday, Wonder Boy?
Absolutely not. That'd be a terrible
When are you going to be a Wonder Man? What kind of name is Wonder Boy for someone 26?
Yeah, I don't know. It's odd how that stuck right with me.
You're moving close to 30, mister. You realize that, right?
Yes, I do.
You're talking to him like
Every
you're a
day.
Fez. That's the weird thing. You're calling him mister.
That's because I act like such a child. I understand. I bring it upon myself.
Would you stop it, attacking yourself and stand up?
And he's just
Maybe if you stood up to us once.
And he's just covered in ink and moles. Like he's drawing on himself like a baby.
All right, this on the instant feedback. You need a job and you need money to live on your own. Working at Burger King can get you an apartment in 10 years maybe. That's a good point. The country is no longer set up where a young guy can make a decent living.
And go to work and have a future.
Yeah.
Where he's going to go to work in that factory like years ago and know that he's set if he just gets that factory gig.
Hey, Damien, you're on Manifest.
Yeah, I also think priorities are all out of whack because you could see some of these guys mid-20s living at home and daddy's driving a Ford Focus and the kid pulls up in a Beamer with tinted windows.
I know.
And his hair perfectly spiked and he's going to hit the club on the weekend. I mean, they're out there working, but they're spending their money on themselves and they're like, why go out there? Mommy's going to do it for me. Let me pull into my house where my dad's struggling, my mom's working, and I'll pull in with a 2000 Beamer and daddy's struggling every day.
Is that the way you see it, Wonder Boy?
I see it going on a lot.
No.
The priorities are out of whack.
Wonder Boy, did your parents buy you a car?
Yes, actually, they did. And it's a very nice car. They know I needed to get around.
My parents never would have. Never.
Well, you know what I think's a good idea, and they still do it to this day in Greece and probably other countries. 1 year military service automatic for guys out of high school.
Oh, I didn't either.
I honestly don't think that's a bad idea.
I honestly don't think I'd live through it. No way.
1 year.
How do you know? You haven't lived yet.
You know what? I'd like to put it at 2 years.
Even 2. You'll come home and wonder how you ever lived at that house.
You know what I would like? It's 2 years, and you can get out early if you kill a terrorist. So we get you over. You kill a terrorist, you have the opportunity to leave.
Like a 6-month early out program.
Right.
Excellent. And a scholarship to college after that.
Yeah, we're willing to reward service.
All right, thanks, Damien.
Nope.
All right, here's John. John, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, John.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm 25 years old, and I think everybody calling is just jealous. I live with my mom, and it's fun. She takes care of me. I go out, I spend my money on hookers and beer and weed, and I think my priorities are fine. And I want to defend Wonder Boy, and I collect comic books, and I love women.
Well, I didn't hang on the line to discuss this.
$100
like an adult.
$100 says these women of his is just in his mind and he's jacking.
Oh, sure. Yeah, one of them's Wonder Woman. from the comic books. And let me tell you guys this. You realize your parents aren't going to live forever? That eventually they're going to get old and die, and they won't be able to pay for you anymore? You got that point, right?
I think it's still pretty far off, I feel like.
All right,
for your sake, I hope they die tomorrow. Just for your sake.
Here's Rob. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 points. Ron, I think you hit on something. I mean, the economics of today, it's not 1950 anymore.
Right.
All right, my parents bought a house in 1959 for $17,000. 20 years ago, the average house cost about $75,000. Today, the average one costs $180,000. The middle class is, disappearing. You're having the very rich and the very poor, basically, is it. I mean, like you said, you don't start, let's say, years ago, you get general.
Right. Rob, I agree with all that, and I think it's very, very difficult, that part of it. But why, because of it's expensive to go on out there, are they still living like children? Even if they were at their parents' house, why aren't they paying rent? Why aren't they saving money? Why aren't they doing or acting like an adult, getting into an adult relationship?
Oh, wait, there's different stories. There's the ones like you're saying that, are riding around in fancy cars and this or that, are the ones that are laying around. And then there's people that are just doing things out of necessity and reality.
Right. I agree with that. But, there's also this extended adolescence that's going on. That when I look around with some of the guys that we work with, I see it everywhere.
Yeah, well, I think part of that, I think there's two reasons for that, too. I mean, you gotta understand, you're here in New York, too. In the Midwest, they still get married at 21. I mean, it depends on how expensive it is to live. As far as the extended adolescence, I think it's because a lot of things don't matter anymore. I mean, back when it was standard, you got married, you had 2.3 kids, this, that, and the other thing. A lot of kids today are like, screw all that. It doesn't matter, to be honest with you. Oh, the other thing is, real quick, as far as all that crap about that, like that last knothead about compulsory military service, I don't need some jughead, itinerant jughead screaming at me to make me a man. Stick all that war makes the man crap. Wise up.
You know what? This country was founded on that kind of stuff. This country was founded on people wanting to serve at a certain age. Now, a lot of times I'm seeing these kids, not only when they're getting out of high school, are they not ready to act like a man? When they get out of college, they're not ready to act like a man yet.
That's Al Dukes, perfect example of that.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. 877-692-1027. We're on a Fez.
We're on a Fez.
Just bitching about the guys that work for us.
Well, they're babies, Ronnie. These are guys that are now in their mid to later 20s. Still living with their folks. They got no intention on even living any sort of independent life. Never mind just moving out. We got moms still packing lunches, mothers and dads doing laundry for them, buying them cars.
All right, let's bring Al in here. And I hate to do this because I'm just going to get annoyed. And by the way, Fezzi, all the people in our contest later tonight, which doesn't start till 9:30, are sitting out in our green room and have been there for an hour and going to be there for 2 more hours, Al.
Wow, why is that?
Because I want to make sure they're here to play the game, so I'm not worried that our contestants didn't.
Al, this is not about you worrying and not worrying. It's about the people who listen to the show and win having a good time.
Right. I do get a lot of requests, though, for people that want to come in and sit in the green room and listen to the show. I thought this was...
When I went out there, everybody in the green room was bitching to me. How come there's no beer?
And to me also.
One of them's going home with a $900 men's 18-karat Tourneau Safari watch.
Maybe we ought to just take it and throw it in the middle of those guys and let them fight it out now. Al, we were talking about this. Your mom packs lunches for you?
Well, what she'll do is she works right near where I live, so she'll make some sandwiches in the beginning of the week and drop them off.
Who does your laundry?
I'll drop it off at my mom's, and then
Unbelievable.
she'll do it with their laundry.
And what is this Saturday night with the folks date night that you have every week?
Not every week. I do. Sometimes I'll hang out with them.
Now, let me ask you this: you don't date, right?
I really don't meet a lot of women. No.
Yeah, because you work in radio, and that's impossible.
We work weird hours here, though.
Yeah, right. We have weird hours, and we have like 30 women in here making out every Friday.
At what point do we work Saturday and Sunday?
No, we don't work Saturday and Sundays.
Thank you. I thought I was missing some OT I'm supposed to be
All right,
getting.
this on the instant feedback. Oh, my God, I'm raising one of these. He's 18, working at Blockbuster after dropping out of community college. He will be Al Dukes' age and living at home and working at Blockbuster and being the movie guy. Oh, my God.
And satisfied with it. Eventually, the wake-up call's going to come. You can't stay there forever.
Al, do you want to have kids?
Yes, I would.
Why, you can still actually move and walk around and be with them?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think you have the vag for it, to birth a child?
I don't have one of those.
You realize that you got to put your peeshy somewhere squishy, right?
Oh!
Yes, I do realize that.
You know, I feel like almost it's a generation of virgins, too. For all practical purposes, you're a virgin.
Oh, I don't sleep around, if that's what we're calling a virgin.
No one called you a whore, Missy.
You don't sleep with women. That's what I call virgin.
They won't leave their bedrooms. And they're definitely not bringing girls home to them.
You know who they all are? Banky.
Yeah, Banky from Chasing Amy.
Mall rats. You're sitting down in your cellar and you're playing that video hockey.
And, another one we'll throw out, Dumpy LaPresto, who used to work here. Boy, talk about baby habits. That kid would eat a giant bag of candy every night.
Yeah,
and then come back from the dentist with 12 cavities, amazed.
I think you just fall into a pattern of you wake up a certain time.
Why don't you break it?
I think it's hard to break for people. For me, I know I do the same.
Do you feel like a man? I want you to tell me the truth. And I want you to be totally honest.
To be totally honest.
Do you feel like an adult man?
No, I can definitely see a difference between me and then
a 22-year-old that's living with and responsibilities.
I can definitely see a difference.
So you're looking at people sometimes that are 10 years younger than you, saying he's living an adult life and I'm not.
Yeah, I would say that is a man.
You're so close to your parents, Al, in proximity where you live, you basically have a garage apartment.
You're Fonzie.
Yeah, I'm just a mile or two away.
All right, now, what does that feel like to be 33 years old and to be able to say to your coworkers, I'm not a man?
It's something
because at one time, that would be the biggest insult you could say to an American male. You're not a man. You'd be in a fist fight if you said that.
And how many times have we heard it from our employees at this point? Al?
I really don't know. I don't have an answer.
When do you see yourself like cutting some of these aprons? Like you said you wanted to have kids, so obviously in your mind you want to be married.
Yes, I do.
When do you see all this happening for you, bro?
Maybe at 35.
You're 2 years away from being... You won't go out with a girl, but you're 2 years away from being married with children.
Plus, at one point, 35 was considered midlife. Right, I don't know, it's not anymore. Now they're thinking 60 must be midlife.
I only have to meet that one right person.
I'm glad you're calling it person and not leaving it just to being a woman.
I'm gay.
Yes.
Don't try to be vague with us, mister. We know your cryptic messages.
Now, your mom babies you. Does your dad?
No.
Is he still fixing your car if anything goes wrong? Or
he would, yeah.
He did your taxes, right?
Yeah, he did.
Filled out your 1040 EZ form?
And then, he'll do car stuff and the taxes.
See, you're looking for a guy like Dad. That's your problem. He's looking for Mr. Right, Ronnie, not Mr. Right Now.
I don't even know what that means. I get scared because sometimes I have no idea what anybody on my own show is saying. Here's Albert. Albert, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Hey, we got another Albert on. Hey, Albert.
Hey, I want to give you my scenario real quick. I'm 39, and I drive a sweet car. I live with my parents in their 3-bedroom townhouse in New Jersey, in suburban New Jersey, and I'm making over $70K a year, and I'm having the time of my life. It's great.
Why don't you move out?
Albert, you never been married, never been with a woman?
Totally, dude. I've been with all kinds of gashish.
No, but I mean a woman in a relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I've been with a woman, but it's hard to keep women down when you're trying to bring them home to your parents.
What is he saying, Fez? I don't understand.
I don't know what he means by trying to keep a woman down.
You can't stay in a relationship?
Yeah,
I think it's great. I think it's great at 39 that you got all the teen slang down, but I'm just trying to... it's great you got MTV too. I'm all for it.
He's Billy Madison.
But do you feel like you're missing anything?
I've always wanted to probably move out, and it's probably something that I should do at some point.
You've never lived away from your parents at any point?
No, college. College I have.
All right, college, which is what, 4 years of beer bongs, right?
Yeah, totally.
All right, what was your major?
English major and a marketing minor. And I have a great job. I work in New York for a major publication. I'm a senior account manager. And
Highlights Magazine.
What's that?
No, so you got a good job. What are you doing with your money? Just partying?
Yeah, partying. I mean, I drive a, pretty nice European car. I go, I've got a place down in West Palm Beach, Florida that I go and hang out. So, I'm doing pretty well. It's just that, something about living with the rents. It still, seems pretty cool for me.
All right, now, are you helping around the house? Are you paying for anything?
Let me put it this way. My mom picks up my dry cleaning all the time. She pays for it. I reimburse her sometimes. But she doesn't really cook for me a lot. But other than that, I'm not really paying them any rent right now, which I probably should be. What do you guys think?
You're 39. I can't believe that you're still talking that way. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should.
I think you're Arthur.
If it was... Actually, we should be having the same conversation 20 years ago.
Hey,
in 1982, we should be talking this over.
Yeah. Hey, this is my first time calling you guys. I like your show.
Thanks.
But that guy Fez, you guys ever listen or watch The Gong Show?
Yeah, sure.
Remember that guy that was one of the judges and he came out? That guy Fez sounds like that one guy, comes out with a mustache and he's like,
Who's he talking about, Fez?
Rip Taylor?
Rip Taylor? Albert, the fact that you're old enough to remember the Gong Show
means it's time to move out.
Because most of those people have died of old age.
Hey, Chuck Barris, man.
Yeah, sure. I'm familiar with it. All right, thanks a lot, Albert.
All right, take it easy, guys.
All right, take it easy, Clarky.
That Albert, we'll have to sit around someday and talk about the old Gary Moore show.
Here is...
Red Skelton used to kill him, Ronnie, in his 20s.
Here's Rob. Rob, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, guys. I just want to say that the reason that all these guys are 25 living at home is I'm 70.
You can't curse, all right?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. All these
turn your radio down.
It's down. All these wacky books that came out in the 70s and how to raise your kids and don't beat your kids and, don't do anything. And,
you know what, Rob? Come over here and I'll smack you just for not knowing that you can't curse on the radio.
I apologize.
But, how could you not know that at age 25? Why would you think that you would be able to curse on the radio?
I don't know. I guess it's all those books.
Yeah, it's
all the books.
It's, never anyone saying, hey, I'm an F up.
Your parents should still be beating you.
All right, this on the instant feedback, and it sums it up. Al is a balding, sexless freeloader. And that really is kind of summing it up for me.
Freeloader! I love it.
Here's Tammy says, I'm 52. I moved out at age 20 into an S-hole apartment with two girlfriends. We lived on boxed mac and cheese that we were able to buy, and we were so happy to be out of the house. What's wrong with these guys? Now, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. That you expect that your first apartment or your first place is supposed to be as comfortable as where you grew up. And so many of these people feel like, oh, I'm middle class, without realizing, no, it's your parents that are middle class. You should be starting with nothing. And immigrants come to this country and are excited to work two jobs.
And want that money and want that chance to work. And send most of it back to the other country. See, I don't understand the kids that call and say, they went to college and that was their only time living away from home. My gosh, if you were out once, didn't that just feel great? Didn't it feel weird to go back?
No, because they were still in their mom's teeth there. Jeez. They weren't paying for college. They weren't paying for that dorm room, for that apartment. They weren't earning their own spending money. That was just an extended version of living at home.
But just to be outside those walls had to feel good and had to feel weird to go back.
Hey, Allie, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, Allie.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
7036.
Hoo-hoo-ah!
Hey, guys. I got a new nickname for Al. The fabulous Al Dukes. Yeah.
Al, do you like that nickname?
No.
Or do you want to go back to your other nickname?
The faggot of the opera. Just scary.
Hey, Mike, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, do me a favor, guys. I'm sick of these friggin' lamos talking about, oh, yeah, I moved away, I went to college, blah, blah, blah. They don't know nothing, for crying out loud. Tell them to shut up.
All right, Mike, what do you think it is? Let me hear the mic. Yeah, I want to hear the mic wisdom.
I'm sorry. One more time. What?
Well, tell us the way you think things should change.
How do I think it could change?
Yeah. Hold on right here, okay? And try to listen to this.
Hold on, Mike.
There you go, Mike.
Stay on the line.
Al, what's tomorrow night? Pizza night at your mom's house?
Could be. I really don't make plans in advance. On
Saturdays, you and her go out and buy dresses.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't wear dresses.
You're the same size, right?
I don't think so.
You should try on wigs together.
You both need them. What are some of these Saturday night parent date nights like?
No, they're not set up like date nights, but if I'm around
dates.
and they're around, I might call over and say, hey, have you guys eaten dinner yet?
Oh, God, you're calling them.
All right, now Al was trying to brag to me that he lived in Florida on your own, right, Al?
Yes, I did.
Al, where did you live?
Well, my parents had a condo. I rented from them.
You lying bastard!
Again, it's just an extended version of their world.
You didn't have your own place even when you were in Florida.
Well, I was renting.
Sure you were.
Oh.
I know how that rent is. It's $25 a month, and you sometimes don't pay.
Right.
And that's electricity and everything.
Al had to tell his dad he was gay to rent there, like the Ropers.
Did you pay for your college?
No, I did not.
And what did that all come to?
That had to be huge.
Yeah, I never even saw the bills.
Do you think it was six figures by the time?
I really don't even know. I went to...
You're an adult now, right?
Yes, I am.
Do you ever sit down and think, you went to school for 6 years, right?
Yes.
You never even thought once, what did that cost my folks?
I know when I went to college, I went to a state school, so it was maybe $2,000 a semester, $3,000
For the tuition.
for the tuition.
And you got the books. You got $200 a semester in books at
books.
least.
Yeah, they helped me out with books.
And
then,
let's face it, it's worthless.
Yeah, well, and then I really didn't keep a job because I had a lot of homework to do, so.
I seriously had to punch your heart out. Hey, James, you're on the Fez.
Hi, James.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What can we do for you?
Yeah, I'm 22, and my brother's 27, and the minute I got back from college, I left the house because it felt so great to be away at college, and my brother's still living at home. And every time I go home, he's saying he's got tons of money in the bank, and how does it feel to be poor? I'm saying, my friend, it's worth every penny.
Good for you.
How old's your brother?
My brother's, he's going to be 27.
Right. By the time, just to point out to everybody, 27, Jim Morrison was already dead. Just so you know this. Hendrix dead.
I think some people are just more family-oriented than others.
Yeah, but
No. Sitting there and sucking the marrow out of your parents does not make you family-oriented. If you said to me, hey, I'm taking care of my folks, I'm paying their rent, I'm sending them on cruises, I'd say to myself, that Al is family-oriented. You going home with your dirty underwear and throwing the pillowcase at your mom, that's not family-oriented, that's a freeloader.
You're so family-oriented, you're dating your own parents, Al. Every Saturday night.
Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, how's it going, Ron Fez? Yeah, I just want to say, I think with all this, I call pussiness that these guys are...
Pussiness, that's a nice phrase. I'm going to pick that one up.
Well, okay, I'm sorry.
No, I like it.
Yeah, I think our country's going to start going downhill.
Please start.
Continues. And I notice it happens a lot with the Italian guys. Like even Italy, they say this happens the most where you have a lot of these mama's boys. And I see a lot of these Guido guys and these Guido Italian guys. I see it happening most with them. So I don't know. It might be like a South European, like an Italian thing. What do you think?
Al's Italian.
I don't know what goes on in Italy.
Well, they had a thing in 60 Minutes. Well, they said a lot of these guys are like 40, 50 years old, and they do make good money, and they're like living with their mommy and daddy. I don't know what's with these Italians. I see it over here with these Guidos over here in America, these Guido Italians. So I don't know what's going on.
You are the last racist in America.
Come on.
Well, David's finally pinpointed the problem. It's the Guido Italians.
It's on these Guidos. You got these spaghetti eaters who, they're without papers. They come over here. No, I definitely think of an American thing. It's more like ball stuff. Here's another thing. Remember when you were a kid, you didn't see your dad wearing, new sneakers, jeans, chewing gum.
I never saw my dad in jeans.
You can't picture your dad was like playing video games. Your dad would never say, hey, let's go to the arcade, or I stopped at the arcade on the way home from work. Or even, hey, I got some new, records. Your dad stopped at a certain age, and that was his age. If it was 1957, to him, there wasn't another effing record made after 1957. Everything stopped from that point on.
There's no cartoons for your parents now.
Your dad wouldn't have been sitting around watching the Flintstones, laughing his ass off, the way guys now are watching the Simpsons and throwing stuff in the air like it's the funniest thing they ever seen. I mean, half the middle-aged guys, they're going like this. Oh, man, can you wait for Spider-Man? It's going to be so bitchin'.
They're the ones camping out.
I think it is also because we don't hunt anymore. Let people kill some stuff. Al, you ever hunted in your life?
No, I have not. I wouldn't do that.
You want to do that? You want to go out hunting? And I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll kill a deer, you cut the heart out, and you bite it.
No, there you go.
And you yell, today I'm a man.
We paint your face with the blood.
No, I don't want to kill any animals.
We'll have you back by Saturday for your parents' date night.
He calls his mom if there's a spider in his apartment.
And what does she do?
She comes over with a rolled-up newspaper, smacks the spider, and then puts him on her breast. there, Albert. Hey, Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, boys? 10:33.
Hooah!
I just want to say in Time Magazine they were talking about this. They call them adultolescents because they're not adults and they're not adolescents. They're stuck in between.
Is that you, Al?
I've heard that term before, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you are, Al. You big pussy.
But they're getting older, though. I don't see it's like, all right, if you were like an adolescent between the ages of 18 and 29, that's one thing. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Well, here's the weird thing. I remember the guy who just called us a couple calls ago, and he's 39, and he's having fun, and he's saying he's macking chicks and everything. When Archie Bunker, when that started, Archie was 39. I couldn't understand the world. The world had passed them by. But now people are 39 and they're still watching MTV. You look at some of these guys and it's just, maybe it's a better way to live. I don't know, Fez. Maybe we're totally wrong here.
Well, it's a carefree childhood existence, that's for sure. It's Never Never Land.
Is that you, Al? Never Never Land?
You lost girl?
No, I don't think I'm a Never Never Land.
What are you? You say 2 years from now you're going to grow up, right?
Yeah, I would like to maybe be married at 35.
And that's going to make you grow up?
Yeah,
you're going to suddenly start being mature?
Yeah, I think I could.
Or are you going to be one of those guys who treats his chick like his mom?
No, I don't think I would do that.
You hope your mom leaves your dad for you, don't you?
No, definitely
You're just
not.
sick.
Have you ever thought about a world with your own mom?
No, that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard.
Al? Why not, Al?
I'm gay.
Ooh, so you're thinking of your dad. What's this even mean? Why are we playing this, Rick?
Al's Saturday night date with his parents. That's all he's thinking about.
Mother, shall we? She's taking him to Goonie Golf. And then he's riding in bumper cars. And then he's crying if he doesn't get to go in the ball pit.
Nothing wrong with, having some dinner with your parents.
Ronnie, the ball pit is what he calls his dad's trousers.
You better not, Al.
Isn't that thick?
I'm gay.
Here's our own little Frenchie. Hey, Frenchie, how you doing, honey?
Hi, guys.
Hi, Frenchie.
Hi, I miss you guys.
Yeah, we miss you too. Where you been?
I've been working, and I have finals and stuff this week. Al makes me completely sick when I listen to him.
How about when you look at him?
When I look at him, too, I try not to think about him because that makes me sick, too.
You know what? If he had some drawn-in Sharpie hair, he'd be all upset.
I think he might get a girl that way. But, I mean, I'm 20 years old. I'm a junior in college. I have 2 jobs. All my school loans are in my name. I just don't get where he's coming from. I don't understand him. I don't want to live at home ever again. I love my parents. I love my family, but he just makes me sick.
Al?
How do you answer this young lady? So much responsibility on her tiny shoulders.
Well, I mean, we all had different experiences growing up. Some people want to leave the home right away because they had a weird childhood.
And others want to do their dad.
I mean, there's nothing wrong if your parents help you out with college
Why attack
money.
her childhood in the first place?
That's the way she's saying how she wanted to get out, but just because my parents paid for college, that was an education they were providing for me.
You are still taking your laundry home, and your mom is making sandwiches for you to bring into the city.
Oh, Al, don't even tell me you took your crap check shirt to your mother to clean.
Actually, I just had it in the pile.
Somebody had a crap on your check.
Oh, you're disgusting. That shirt that got the crap check on it, he handed to his mother and said, here, get a whiff of this, Toots.
Seriously, someone should crap on your check to maybe get you to wake up and see what you're doing with your life.
They did that already.
Did it work? I forgot.
Well, I'll say this, it was the best day of my life. Both that and when Billy had to come back here like a big idiot and read his apology.
The defecation proclamation.
Frenchie, I don't think we ever tell you how nice your ass is, and I don't ever want to forget that, okay?
Thank you.
I mean, seriously.
Great.
It's perfect.
Thank you very much.
This is perfect as CC.
I'll make sure I show you again when I come in.
And you're not even attracted to her, right, Al?
No, she's not my type.
She doesn't have a penis.
No, I'm not looking for a penis, but she's not my type.
What are you looking for? What's the perfect girl for you, Al?
I like more of a girl next door look.
Where are you living?
Like a suburban girl next door.
Give me somebody that so I can picture.
I like a Jennifer Aniston type girl.
Yeah, that's suburban.
There you go.
She lived in Manhattan and then Hollywood. Yeah, you somehow see her as the suburban girl.
Al likes the next door look as long as he's living in Boys Town.
Is that what your idea is?
No, not at all.
You want a girl that you can cry on her shoulder when someone craps on your check. What is it? So you're looking for a perfect girl and then you'll turn into a man?
No, I'm already a man.
You're looking for, no, you told us today that you're not a man.
Well, I mean...
All right, first of all, remember we're talking about your crap check. Here's what Billy wanted to say about that.
I know now that joking with fecal matter is never justified.
Thank you.
That was my favorite speech. So when you meet that perfect girl, you will turn into a man that day. Like Sleeping Beauty meeting Prince Charming.
I think it comes with marriage.
Which one is he?
He's Sleeping Beauty. And she's going to kiss him and wake him up.
Most people would say they grew up when they got married. But
they would say that then. You think that?
Yeah, like that is when they truly become a man.
And marriage.
Yes, because then you're responsible not just for yourself, but for another person and a family.
Are you nervous about putting your little dinky in the naughty spot?
No,
not at all.
He knows it won't get there.
Oh yeah,
it'll end up on the stomach before it hits there.
Well, a sweater. He normally uses a sweater.
Al's very nervous about his wedding night.
What is it that you want, Al?
When I'm interested in one guy, if he doesn't pan out, I'll bang this guy.
Really? So that's your way?
No, that's a clip of me. I don't say that.
That's a clip. Sure, that was a computer voice.
Al wants to know if it hurts really bad when your hymen breaks. Because he's worried about that.
I'll kick it. If you want, Al, get it out.
Kick it in, Ronnie. Kick it in.
I'll bust it in.
I don't have one.
Al, why don't you
Get a battering ram like they have on cops.
Al, why don't you go out with Frenchie?
I heard she's got a boyfriend.
All right, but if not, would you go out with her?
Yeah, I'd go on a date with her, definitely.
Oh my God, I would not even go. I would not even think about that.
Oh, he just went foo and wiped his bald brow.
I would never go out on a date with Al.
Why?
Because you disgust me.
Yeah.
You make me sick.
I'm fun, though, when we go out.
Frenchie, if you can't find the words...
He really baffles me. Al, you're only fun when you're completely trashed. You have to be completely drunk to be fun. That's the only time I could have a conversation with you.
The only time I see Al being completely happy is when he's drunk, has on a disciplined helmet, and a big Greek guy's mounting him. Then he's finally happy.
When he's got the ball in his mouth, the disciplined ball.
Is that what you want, Al?
Nope, I've never...
Like the Gimp?
I'm not into that at all.
We ought to dress you up like the Gimp and keep you in a toy box in the corner. You are, you're a child.
Not a child, but not a full, not like a...
Well, true, you don't see many bald kids.
No, I'm just saying there's a difference between, I can see somebody and say...
All right, here's Lisa wants to talk to you, Al. Hey, and stay on, okay, Frenchie?
Okay, dear.
Because I just want to think about you being cute. Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Al actually realizes that women don't want a man that they have to babysit. So they have to do his laundry and everything.
You know, here's the thing. When you take Al out, you have to get him in a kiddie seat. And then he has a little steering wheel, and he can pretend he's driving.
He still has to get a booster chair.
So what do you say to a person like this if she thinks that you're a big baby?
Well, I wouldn't be looking for a girlfriend to be doing my laundry.
You're going to make your mom still do it?
No, I can do it. Where I live, I don't have laundry facilities.
Why not a laundromat? How about going to your mom's house, doing your own laundry once?
Well, because why waste the time there? I bring it, I can drop it off, they do their laundry, do it all at one time.
Yeah, so you can mix your stuff in with your mom's panties. There you go, big man.
Now we know why.
Thank you very much, Sergeant Carter.
You want the underwear mixing together. It's like your naughty parts are touching.
Well, I don't have my own C.
Well, that's true. He doesn't have his own C.
He rents.
Al, do me a favor. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to come pick you up at your apartment. I'm taking you to the Marines, and we're signing you up.
No.
Yeah.
You're going to be the world's oldest Marine.
You ready, Gomer?
No, I do not want to join the military.
Why not?
I'm too old for that.
No, they let gays in the military now, Al.
Yeah, Al, this is your time. Don't ask, don't tell.
I'm not gay.
I'm gay.
We said don't tell.
I'm gay.
He's having trouble with the don't tell part.
You can't come popping in here as gay as a cricket.
All right, we got to go take a break. But Al, seriously, I want you to start thinking about growing up, okay?
Well, I think I'm grown up.
Yes, you're not going to get any taller, but you had Cracker Jacks for lunch.
With milk on them. Mother's milk.
And you sleep with Boo Boo Kitty.
Why is that? We got to take the blankie away, Al. Your Wolby.
This Wolby. He's got a Wolby. All right, we're going to take a break.
All right.
We got a game show coming up in a little bit that these poor bastards, Al got them in here hours early.
It's a big-ass game show. It's an in-studio version of You Know You Need, Unique New York. They're going to be competing for the grand prize, a men's 18-karat Tourneau Safari watch. Tourneau, the world's largest watch store since 1900. Plus, when we come back, we have the Friday Fezzatorial. Very special one, Ronnie.
Good. And it's for Lisa?
Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
I'm going to read that one. I'm going to listen to that one, Fez. One last thing on the instant feedback, Al. Here's a question. Who pays for the Saturday night dinners with you and your parents?
I try, but my parents never take the money.
Rory? Take them down!
Take them down now! Take them down!
Oh,
that was hard.
All right, part of your problem, Al, is you have no balance. You have the sense of balance of a child.
I don't have a good center of gravity.
Hey, let me see.
You don't have any center of gravity.
Let me see whether you do or not. Rory? Take them down!
Take them down!
Oh, God.
Ooh.
I don't have a good sense.
How does his feet go above his head like that?
Yeah. He actually,
from under him.
He was looking straight into his own bunghole.
And he liked what he saw.
Into the abyss. We'll be right back with the Fezzatorial. It's a Ron and Fez show.